Joe, what led to going with Kristaps off the bench here, and what allowed him to get off to that start he did in the first half?
Yeah, just thought it gave us the best chance to win, and he was great on both ends of the floor. Defensive execution, game plan, fighting for the spot in the offensive end, being physical, and making plays on both ends of the floor. So I thought he played great, and that's the KP that helped us get to where we are today. Game management's going to be important. This is a great team. They have a tendency to go on great runs, and that's going to happen. And so you have to be able to manage those with poise and execution, know why those runs are being made, and quickly put a stop to them with high-level execution. So KP was a huge part of that run. But I liked the way we handled their run, because that's going to happen. You're not going to stop that. You just have to have the poise and the toughness to work through it. I thought our guys did that.
Yeah, I think honestly what helped me is just even from the walkout before the game and then getting on the court, getting that kind of support was it's unreal, and the adrenaline was pumping through my veins, and that definitely helped. Obviously, it wasn't ideal that I was out for such a long time, but I did everything I could to prepare mentally for this moment coming back, and it paid off, and we got the job done tonight and had a good game, and happy about the result. Yeah, no, it's hard to say because like all these thoughts went through my mind in that moment. Like, what do I answer? I want to say I'm fine, but obviously I haven't played. I haven't been out there. I haven't had the feel of am I 100%? So, but tonight was a affirmation to myself, that I'm pretty good. Maybe I'm not perfect, but I'm pretty good, and I can play like this, and I can definitely add.
What were you feeling at the end of the third when you rejected Kyrie under the basket and then went down the court for the big three-point shot?
What was I feeling? I'm just trying to make some plays, get my team going. Defense is what we got to hang our hat on, and right there, that was an example of that.
What did Joe say for 30 seconds, and what did you guys say to each other for 2.5 minutes?
We just said, just breathe. The game is starting now. Just breathe. This is a moment where our experience shines through. Just breathe. Just keep playing basketball. If you got a shot that's open, take it with confidence. No turnovers. Take care of the basketball and just play our game. We got to get some stops and make some big shots, and just navigate the run. That was it.
I mean, they're a really good team. They're gonna make runs. They're gonna make tough shots. They're gonna make it difficult for us. So we didn't expect it to be easy, and I wish you could just stop it after 1 point. That'd be nice, but you just gotta figure out why you're struggling and just try to limit those mistakes.
To be honest, I was nervous. I ain't gonna lie, but I was nervous in a anxious way, right? As a little kid, it was it's surreal being in the finals. And when you're young, I guess in your career, you think you're always gonna go back. And last year was kind of like a wake-up call when we didn't make it. So, getting back to this point and being here, it's really a big deal. And we played well tonight. So a lot of things we feel like we could do better, but it definitely does feel good to win the first game. But we know that 2 years ago we won the first game, and the outcome of that series. So we still